Okay, here it is. Finished. Finished and mudded out. Welcome back, everyone. Part 2 of the 1984 four-wheel drive GMC. Right there. I'm getting it together. It's coming along pretty good. The weathering is looking really good. I'm doing the finishing things here. Got the engine drop down in it, got the interior in it, obviously. The chassis is come out good. My oil leaks on my motor look good. So, this being the second part video, I'm not going to belabor you with little small stuff. I'm going to do some weathering on it, try to rust it up a little bit on the body. If you remember the first video, the paint turned out bad, which ended up being, good because I didn't have to really fade the paint or anything like that. So we've got a good worn, faded finish on it, and it's what we were wanting anyway. It's gonna turn out good. Got little KC lights. I painted the KC on there. Had the light covers, which I think would look better for the roll bar lights than just the silver lights. So they give you those black. They're right here, but I only had to use two, so they're just black little covers. And I was able to try my best to replicate what some of the KC designs look. So I'll have two of those on the roll bar up here, and then there'll be two spotlights as well. So anyway, I'm gonna get a few more things done. I'll come back and we'll see if we can get some rust around the wheel wells and such. See you in a bit. All right, pretty much got this thing together, except for the brush guard on the front. And I'll have to go ahead. I'm going to start doing some rusting, but I have to do it before I get this on, because once I get this on there, it's going to be blocking, a lot of this. So I'm going to put the camera on the tripod, and we'll start seeing what we can do. Stand by. All right, so this is a little by the seat of my pants because it seems like everything's always different. So with this one, I've not mudded a truck before. I've done some weathering to make it look old and like it's got surface rust on it, but I'm going to actually try to put some mud and stuff on this one. So I'm going to use this brown craft paint and my Beauty Accents makeup brush here. I like to use this one. It's got really soft bristles, so I like to use it. It seems to do better on my dry brushing. So on my directions here, because I'm done with them, I'll just put a little paint and just kind of, I hope you can see this, but get your bristles all with paint, but you're basically going to get paint in there, and then you're going to, for the most part, dry it all off. So it's dry brushing. All right, so I want to, first of all, just want to start coming up. You're not going to see much. You don't want to do too much. Oh yeah, that's going to look good. So you don't want to do too much, or it's just going to be a mess. So start off with just a little bit. And have you ever seen these trucks where they've had to back it up? They're getting stuck all over. Forward, back, kicking it up. So all this work we've done to you know, get the paint just perfect. I'm just joking. This paint is far from perfect. We're about to put mud splatters. So let's just, I don't know, be organic here. Just start doing it how you want, because you're not going to make it look like mine, and I won't make it look like yours. So we'll just start to touch it all over with the paint. You know, it's mud. It's all over. He's been bogging. Up on the hood. I'm sorry you can't see. So just all over. And I think I'm going to do some on the windshield as well. But all right, so my tires also. I want to touch those with it and get the tires muddy. And then after that, I'm going to come in here with some grout powder, and we'll dust everything up. There we go. I don't know if you can see that very well, but as I'm going around like that, that's really doing a good job as far as making them look like they've had mud all over them. That's going to look nice. Front tire. So just dirty it up, man. This thing just came out of the mud. Make it look like it. On the bottom, you know, you want to make sure that it's looking like it's been in the mud. We don't want it to look like we just painted some stuff on the side. We want it to really look like that it came out of the mud hole. So we're going to have mud on everything, okay? And the windshield, I want to do the wiper marks. So I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that, but we'll get to it. So dirtied this thing up all over. It's looking good. I might do another color, maybe a different layer. Maybe he was in mud in one hole, and the next hole he was in some clay. So take the bumper. I flat coated these bumpers, intending on dirtying them up. And it's an older truck, so you got it on the front. That looks cool. So on my hood, because you know he's splashing through, he's getting the you know, you got to put direction on your mud flow. This is going to look great. I'm going to get a little more heavy. It's not heavy as I would like, but I just, you know, starting off somewhat conservative on my mud. I don't want it to be just gommed on here so that it looks ridiculous there. See, I like that. You get that direction, like the tire had been kicking it up on there, because he's been in a bad hole. Yeah, I like this. This is pretty cool. My first mud model. So all around especially on the mirrors. You got to make sure the mirrors are covered with mud. I didn't think about that on the other side. That really that really does it. You got to get the mud on there strong, because it's just packs up in there when he's trying to get out of the hole. And on the other side, he can't see out of it anyway. And the back window, I'll have to get in there somehow and dirty it up. take a little bit more paint. I thought I was going to have enough. All right, so we need some direction marks on our roof where the mud's splashing over, hitting our KC lights. This is the kind of stuff that makes modeling fun. It would get old if all you did, in my personal opinion, if all I did was just make a model car that looked new, or a custom, street rod or something like that. It's always shiny. Because I've done I think the most fun I've had on building a model kit is when I did some weathering on them. I think that's you can, it's just like open season. You don't have to do it just like the directions show to do it. You kind of put your own flair on it. That's what I like about it. You like hear I really got to get in there and get plenty of mud. Up under there. This thing's got to look. Mud bugger got to be bogged out. You can't have a mud bugger that's clean. Anyway, I'm going to put this on. I'm going to fast forward this a bit now, so I don't take the whole length of the video, but you'll see what I'm doing. So I'm going to try to attempt to do the windshield. And I think what I've come up with, I found the right kind of brush I want to use, is, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mud the windshield really good. I'm going to take this brush here and I'm going to wet it. And then I'm going to come through with it and try to make it look like the windshield wipers had been on with the mud. I'm not going to mud it super heavy, but this would be interesting. Mess up on this one. I don't want to mess this one up. All right, here we go. Put the hood back on. The hood fell off all ago, so. But you need it on there to keep everything uniform. All right, so. Mud the windshield. I need to mud everything. The windshield wipers. More on the hood. And then this goes a little too far sometimes. You may just cover the whole thing with a bunch of mud. So I want it to look, don't want it to look like a brush. So I'll just maybe twist it a little. And then, let's try this. I've still got to put on my my brush guard and weather it. Or not weather, but mud it. All right, so here's a little wet. So let me try this. Right where the windshield wiper would go. Oh yeah, that's gonna look nice. If I can make it. That's got to stop altogether right there. And then this one. All right. Maybe at least get a little cleaner. Maybe a little less wet. And I'm shaking, so it's not helping making the marks look straight. I've seen guys do this. They tape it off and, oh well, this is freehand windshield wipers. They don't look too bad. Just you have to get it, you know, straight, at least like where the windshield wiper actually stopped. That's not too bad. I'm not bragging on myself, but I love to watch artists paint and see that they can see the outcome where we can't see it. Like they like Bob Ross, when he's painting a, you know, he knows that lake's gonna be there. We don't know that. It's kind of like, what the heck am I gonna end up with here? I wish I had that talent, because I don't have that talent. But I love for people to, I'd love to be able to foresee what a finished product would be. That's not too bad. What do you think? Look like some windshield wipers been on? I think so. Good enough for me. Alright, I'm going to get my brush guard on, guys. And this thing's really muddy. Not bad, I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of impressed. But I'm going to get my brush guard I can't talk. My brush guard put on the front. Wash out my brushes after I put some mud on it, and this thing's going to be complete. And I'll have a slideshow. So, see you in just a minute. Okay, here it is. Finished. Finished and mudded out. So I hope it didn't get too wild with the mud, but that was kind of fun. And I've been bogging, so I've done it before, so I know exactly what it's. I know how it's supposed to look. So anyway, just a quick around, you know, just got her muddy. Got the it's kind of funky. You paint everything and keep it all clean, and then at the end you're just gonna throw brown paint all over it. But anyway, just wanted to try and make it look like it'd been bogged out. This is cool, man. I'm happy with it. I didn't do under. Okay, so I got my brush guard on there and got it all muddy. Under the hood, I know, guys, if you go bogging, it's gonna splash under the hood. I didn't put any mud under the hood, but I did dry brush under the hood some, but it's just I did the stock small block. I did plug wires, and I did, you know, oil it up. And under the bottom, I made sure it had plenty of oil leaks on the transmission and the bottom of the engine the best I could. And you know what? This has turned out really nice. The fall guy would be proud. So on the first video, I was like, why does this thing have these cutouts on the side over here? And a few of you guys said that's because it was, this kit apparently used to be the Fall Guy. Remember that show back in the 80s? that was the Fall Guy truck, and it had those. So this thing's turned out really nice. I'm really proud. So I like my windshield wiper marks. I don't know what it looks like if you're looking through the windshield, but I've been there, done that too, and it's not easy, especially when you don't have any water in the water reservoir. All right, 1984 MPC 1/25 scale, I think it was, GMC. And you can't even see my GMC emblem down up under there that I painted red. But anyway, GMC 4x4. I like it. I'm going to take some pictures, have slideshow. Guys, I appreciate you watching. Give this video a thumbs up, like it, subscribe, please, if you haven't already, and comment. I like the comments. I like to interact with you guys, get the advice. Thanks for the positive comments. Thanks for the critical comments. I have some guys that are like, you should have done this. And they're right. I probably should have done it. So I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you on the next build. Take care. Bye.